Because when you refer to sons of God in the Old Testament, you talk about angels. These were fallen angels who cohabited with women.
I thought they was non-sexual.
Well, fallen from their first estate means they fell from
so
all
their
that.
sexuality changed.
All of it, they were
May I
perverted.
say something there?
And under perverted, you got everything.
Non-sexual is an assumption. Because we won't be given in marriage does not mean God, doesn't mean that you don't cohabitate.
But he has a point.
Because you don't be given in marriage doesn't mean that you cannot have any children. You are taking God's sovereignty away from him. He can do anything he want to do, however he want to do it, when he want to do it, how he want to do it.
Now, we agree to the last point, but I think the point where he makes it.
You won't be given, he takes that from not being given in marriage.
Now, I think the point where he's talking about is angels were created not to have rebirth. That's what he's talking about. God created angels.
Yeah, that's right.
And they won't be married or given in marriage, so they can't have offspring. But here's my point where I'm saying my question. When God kicked Lucifer out of heaven, there was a breakdown somewhere. You go sooner or later study and you go admit there had to be a breakdown. Now listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. You don't have to buy into it.
Okay, I'm listening.
But in the Old Testament, sons of God is in reference to angels. But they left their own habitation.
Right.
Now, somewhere along the line, I would have to say leaving your own habitation has to deal with a form of perversion. Now, when a person is perverted or something is perverted, they do the abnormal. I believe these were angels went with women. Because now it says, it talks about their offspring becoming abnormal people. Now, the other view is that will save women going with lost men. Isn't that right? And they were unequally yoked. Now, and there's another one is that these were desperate. In other words, these were kings who people looked up to and called them lords. And their children became abnormal. I don't believe the last two views, but I sure wouldn't argue with you if you say, Cecil, I believe that they were lost men going with lost women. The reason I don't believe it could have been lost men and lost women, I'll cut that argument out and say, why doesn't it happen that way today? Why? You have lost men and married saved women today. But their children are not abnormal, are they? They're not John's children. Well, not in the sense that we had in Genesis 6.
They may not be John's, but mentally and physically they could be ADHD, all that just become just by overnight.
But I don't see that, my brother. You know.
Well, I just, I mean, I understand.
Let me just say, now I see when young children have a lot of children, these 12-year-old children, you probably have that function. But on the other side, I don't believe the view that these were king or despots, because the king over there in Britain, he has descendants. They're not. The only thing, and the reason I hold to the view I hold to, because that is not existing today, and today you don't have giant people born. Now, I believe all the giant people got killed during the reign of King David. He killed all of them. And from that moment on, the world been free of giant people. Now, you got three views. Accept whatever view you will, and it won't offend another person. Because I'm not offended if a man gets right up there and preach when I go to church that these were lost people going to church.
When you say
I'm
John,
not offended.
when you say John, how big is this person?
10 feet.
At least that. Yeah. At least that, because, and I tell you something else they have too. You probably find them with 6 toes on each foot, 6 fingers too, instead of 5. They were Marine that Duke Ball, they are not considered
They asked
giants.
that question.
Not today.
Dr. Hawkins, talking about six shoulders thing, I see humans not.
Yeah, I don't see the.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying they were characterized. I'm not saying, my sister, every once in a while we have a breakdown in your genes. Where, did y'all see on TV the other day this man finna have a baby?
Yes.
That was a
How is that?
breakdown in the gene. He had
Have two natures.
that's not a normal thing, is it? We don't see that every day, do we?
No.
Now, he is married to a woman, and he actually have a relationship just like you and I as normal men. But she could not have a baby, and they wanted a child. He took her gene and put it in himself. He's pregnant right now.
Now, he knew in advance.
Well, yeah, he knew he was going to get pregnant.
No, he knew in advance.
Well, he got both. Yeah, he got them both today.
No, I can do it.
No, he was a woman.
No. This man born with both of them.
I went to school with a boy.
I'm telling you, sis.
The one that said
The one was on TV. The one was on TV the other day. He was born with both of them, but he said he's masculine. He said he's not a female. So that to him is not productive. Now, here's my point is this.
we reading the two different stories behind we the same man.
My point is this. I am saying every once in a while that takes place. But the norm of the 6th chapter of the book of Genesis, it was taking place every day. That's the difference. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying to you, take my view. I am saying, look at all the views before you decide that's the view you're going to take. Whatever view you take, when you explain it, and another person say, I'm going to shoot your view right down, because you can shoot my view down. Just be willing to accept it. And go on and say the answer is not given.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You said these were fallen angels.
Mm-hmm.
Followers of Satan, right?
Fallen angels, yeah.
All right. So could have Satan, you say they became sexual, could Satan have given them the ability to transform their body? Did he not have that authority?
That's a good question, my brother. What turns a man to be reprobate?
The hands.
That's the same thing.
Right. But I'm just
Well, now, wait a minute. When we study theos, the study of God, theology is the study of God. Well, there are two wills we know. Sovereign will and permissive will. Could it be possible that everything we study is under one of the wills? Is it possible?
Yes.
Which one would you put that under? Because I need you to answer that, be able to answer that for yourself. I'm going to say it was God's permissive will. He allowed it. But remember now, in his permissive will, he was never pleased with whatever the outcome. Just like in Abraham marrying Hagar, that wasn't God's sovereign will. His sovereign will seems to be the will that Jesus said from the beginning. He said it wasn't so. One man, one woman. That's his sovereign will. In his permissive will, he allowed polygamy. For that's the way they populated the world quickly. Never did he condemn any of it. But just because he's sovereign does not mean that that's his sovereign will. You see what I'm saying? And that's all where I'm at today. So all I'm saying to you, when I see you walking across the stage, I want you to be prepared to deal with diverse interpretations. Don't get mad about it. Because they've been there before you got there. They'll be there a long time.